All right, man. Men who are scared of the truth, they play the long game, and I just think a lot of people, and the friend zone is including this. Now, it's some. Let me preference this. It's some dudes that just they can read women very well, and that come with experience where they ain't. They know they can crack. They ain't in a rush to crack. I say it all the time. Like, a lot of dudes that can turn down women or turn down pussy because they hear these context kind of clues or they pick up on these clues from women and they can be like, no, those are the dudes that just wait. You hear a woman say something that don't sound right, or she tell you that, she had a baby daddy and he still I remember I had this chick I was dealing with some years ago. Time flies, like 3-4 years ago. And we had I'm out, she hit on me or whatever. And we became real cool. She was cool, nothing serious. And she like yeah, she wanted me to come over. I'm like, yeah, I'll pull up. Like, first time I pulled over, she was told her son, he's in her room. She was like, don't come out. It's not your daddy. If you hear somebody, and that just lets you know right then and there that she's still fucking with the baby daddy because I already knew that. So, just little clues that you pick up on. That's just how women. You just got to listen to certain things that they say, and once you kind of just take the sex off the table, you start hearing what they say and how a lot of their relationships go. You ain't got to ask these questions. Ask a couple questions, get the ball rolling. They'll start giving you examples. They'll start talking about their friends. So I had a friend that did this. And they friend group, when they start talking about their friends or their family members or their mothers, is really a reflection of how they are. But not even, I just want to preface that point. I'm not talking about the guys that really know. If you know you can get it, you can get it. And it's funny when you can get it from a woman, but you're not in a rush to get it, how they do things to try to give it to you. Like, oh, I'm cooking, you want to come over? Or they just do little, like, they get antsy. Like, you become more attracted. I'm just prefacing, this ain't what the video about. This is just an exception. Like, they get antsy. They can't fit when you the enigma and you not like the other guys, or you don't bring up sex, or you ain't trying to lead with your dick, or and y'all be talking and y'all meet up and you still ain't trying to lead with your dick, or y'all chilling and you still feeling her out. You become more attracted to them. But another video for another day. But yeah, it's an interesting game, man. But a lot of dudes who scared a lot of guys end up in the friend zone because they scared to find out where they stand on a sexual attraction scale. That's one thing that you gotta respect about a lot of these Pookies and Ray Rays and shit. Even the trick niggas. The trick niggas go right up. They already know I want to fuck. Let me tell y'all this. Every woman already know when you approach them and you talk to them, you trying to get with them, they know you want something from them sexually. So right then and there. Now, if you continue to beat around the bush about it, they gonna play you. They gonna extract you for resources, make you take them on dates, and have no thought of giving you the pussy. Real talk. I'll tell you that right now. But dudes that's like Chaz, Pookies, or they go straight in. And they go straight in, you know what I mean? And and if she say no, guess what? He didn't waste no resources. He didn't waste no money. I'm not saying that you should do that. I'm not saying that at all. But if you scared, if you scared that, if you don't know you fall that sexually with a woman, well, it's a lot of things that you done wrong. Like, if you always initiating the text message or the contact first, or you ask her to go out and she always reschedule, or y'all go out and she say we should do this again, or she ain't trying to do it again, or whatever like that. Like, sometimes you could be going out on dates or going out with women and they feel like it was a good time. Y'all hit it off, but she already wasn't sexually attracted to you. So she just used you to get out the house. A lot of the times these women, you really in a lose-lose situation because a lot of times these women already have husbands, they already have boyfriends, and they just be bored. They might be mad at their baby daddy at the time, and you know, they might be upset at bro. So they just using you to cope. They don't have no intentions on fucking you unless you activate the pussy or you just that nigga. Like you know. But a lot of women go out with guys that they don't really find attractive or they ain't gonna give it to just to pass time till they get with their baby daddies or they cheating on or they just bored. They baby daddy or they ex out there or they boyfriend out there doing them. So they trying to match that energy. Okay. That happens a lot too. So you in a lose. This is why you gotta really, you know, do she text you? Do she say what up? Do she initiate? You know, y'all conversation, do it flow? Is it a lot of dead periods? You know what I'm saying? When y'all go out, how is she? And this is why, you know, a lot of these dudes who be talking about dating, a lot of these dating coaches that was popular about 10 years ago, 8 years ago, they whole thing is about it's a numbers game, but it's all about just a lot of them niggas was just talking about paying for pussy. And we already knew what it was. A lot of these dudes were straight up paying for pussy. That don't really go on your resume, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, as a body in mind, if you paying for pussy, I don't really count that as a body. But the thing about they not telling you is some of the things you do when you go out. Like if you really can't read a situation, bro, like I'll give y'all tips. The thing about if you really can't read the energy, like y'all might go out to the bar, y'all might get a booth. You know what I'm saying? You always pay attention to their eyes and shit. Y'all might be sitting like this camera is, right? You chilling. You think the vibe's good. You be like, you know, let me come sit over there next to you. You know what I'm saying? You might like, let me come sit next to you. Like, you smell good, what up? Or before you do that, you can just say, let me feel your hands, how your energy, let me see how your energy feel her hands. See if she allow you to touch her. If she be like, I don't know where your hands been, like she serious, like, nah, or you try to get next to her, nah, you can stay over there. You already know what it is. But her attitude when you show up, if her attitude is like, if she disengaged, if she on the phone, if she ain't talking, but even before you get to those points, how's the dialogue? Is she texting you first? What up? Y'all having good dialogue? Y'all texting consistently? Y'all get on the phone, FaceTime? Is it really one? And I've had situations where it click and women don't have no interest in meeting up or they just bullshitting around, and that's cool. That just let me know they fucking somebody else. A lot of women just be dealing with niggas just because they bored, just to pass time too. Because they got a boyfriend. Somebody's got a girlfriend. So you got to remember that too. Especially if they only text you at certain parts of the day. Because regardless of the job that they got, most women ain't gonna text a nigga or keep their phone on them while they at work. So you got to pay attention. If they always text you after a certain time, or it's, you know, or it's a long dead period, you already know what it is. You know what it is. It's a fact. You know exactly what it is. You know what I mean? So, but really, that's how you do it. The conversation should tell you everything. Like the text, the conversation, is y'all flowing? Do y'all have common interests? Is she open to doing things you like to do? You know, like I said, if you say go get coffee, is she gonna go get coffee, or she gonna say I want to go somewhere tonight? If she try to redirect you to some like a dinner date, you cut it. She don't like you. If you say let's go bowling, you know, oh no, I want to go to Nobles, or I'd rather go out to to Cheesecake Factory. You already know, no, I'm good. She don't like you because it's a dude that offered her to come straight to the crib through the DM, and she went over there and got cracked. That's how you got to think. Whatever you offering, that's generosity. She should be able to do, especially if it's safe. I went out to the bar with chicks who don't even drink, but you shot darts, shot pool, stuff like that. But you know, if everything at that point, the dialogue is going good, you show up to the date, you feel like everything going good, you ask her, let me hold your hand, feel energy. She like, okay. You get over next to her, you know, let me sit next to you. And she like, okay. And you start talking in her ear. You may maybe kiss her on her neck a little bit. You already know what it is. Deal closed. Deal closed. But, you know, you should be able to get to the point with experience that you already know within the first, like when you go out with this woman, even when if you approach her in public, you should already know you can get her. But you will, and I say this, you will run across women that don't want to come off as hoes or prostitutes or easy. So they be wanting to get make you take them out for an exchange. So we need to go somewhere before I give you the pussy. You know what I'm saying? You get that. It's an indirect. It's a lot of times you be like, no, I'm good. Like you can just pull up. And if a lot of these women don't have the discipline, they still gonna pull up and fuck. You know, it is what it is. If you look good enough, these women. I heard a woman. She told a story about I forget years ago. She met a guy through Facebook, through the DM. Never met him. Got dropped off over his house, and him and a homie, which I guess was over there, and something happened where they left her on the curb, and she couldn't call nobody. These women are going over niggas' houses they never met before, they never talked to, just straight DM. Always keep that as your baseline, no matter how innocent they are, how sweet they are. So when you offer something and they disqualify it, or but most of these guys end up in these situations because they're scared to go for it. If you scared to go for it, if you don't know where you lie at sexually with a woman, just do what I told you to do. Even if you can't understand the text cadence or the camaraderie via communication, do what I tell you to do. If you go out and you offer her to go to this place. Now, if it's like, oh, that's too far, or most of the time you smart enough to get something like you stay, south side, east side, you get it. If you get there, bro, and she don't hug you, there's no physical, you can't touch her, y'all ain't hugged up after the date, there's no contact, bro. If you feel like after the first date you can't fuck, you can't hit it, I'm not saying you should, it ain't, the spark ain't there. Cut your losses. If the attitude is nasty, if she dries, I said, man, most of the dudes that stay in that friend zone, they scared to go for it. Wait, why keep wasting your time, money, and resources? Go for it. If you don't know where you stand, go for it. Go for it. What you have to do after? I ain't saying after the first day, but after you feel like you 2-3 days, 4 days, whatever, how you feel, you like you trying to come back to my spot. You know what I'm saying? But you should know before the end. But hey, hit the link in the description, join the Patreon.